Darrell, Deshaun, Eric, Antonio, Cedric, and Denia. This is Group Fresh, and our unifying concept is staying ahead of the competition. iMovie theme newscast. Different softwares staying ahead of the competition. Logic Pro, Adobe Audition, Pro Tools, Fruity Loops, and all-in-one mega software idea. And this is staying ahead of the competition. Enjoy.
Hey guys, my name is Deshaun Brinson. I would like to talk about the software Logic Pro, which we're me and my group are making a staying ahead of the competition, and how Logic Pro works, and how would it be effective in the future. So there are many aspects in Logic Pro. Well, I would like to start off with a little bit of information about Logic Pro. Logic Pro started about 20 years ago, which they were owned by a company called eMagic, which Apple had brought them in 2002, I believe. And every Apple product is like has the same value with Logic Pro. So Apple gets sold across the world. So I mean, you do the math. Like, just all the programs is like Logic, GarageBand, but Logic is like a top program that even recording artists professionally use. So I believe in Logic. Logic Pro provides software instrumentals, synthesizing audio effects, equalizer filters, dynamic processors, and also supports royalty-free instrumental loops. So that means you could usually have an instrumental loop. You could just make your own and stuff, and just no one will be able to sue you. And Logic Pro can also work with MIDI keyboards. There are so many different features and aspects you can have with Logic. So we just need to stay ahead and keep on pushing.
It's just in. Big news. I say it again. It is big news coming your way straight from me, Antonio Ayala. As you can see, this is me. And I am coming from you straight from the Full Sail News Group. Section 22 Group 1, and today I'm going to be talking to you about this new software, and it is called Pro Tools. It's the software of the future. I mean, everybody's going to love it. It's going to be beating out every other competition that's in its way. Any other software is just going to beat it. I mean, look at it. These pictures are just amazing, and what it does, it just creates, edits music, mixes it, composes it. It can do everything that you want it to do in one little software. I mean, what can go wrong? I mean, like I said, there's nothing. You can work the way you want. You don't need instruments. It has it. Look at this picture. It's just amazing. Top quality sound, a lot of plugins. You can export it straight to SoundCloud. I mean, really, what's better than that? I mean, the price is kind of high. I understand that. But once you get it, it's like, it's worth the price. You realize it. It's so overwhelming as well. Like, you just don't understand. Look at this. Once you're able to get a touch of this, it's so overwhelming that you just go crazy. You get to loop, compose with MIDI and notation tools, and plus it can get to HD resolution. What can be better than that? I mean, y'all just need to get this. It is really beating out everybody right now. It is going to be the best thing by far this year and for the future. And that's it, all in a nutshell. That's it. The end. This is me, Antonio Ayala, and I hope you enjoyed my podcast. Thank you.
Hello, this is Section 22 News, and here is a Group 1 special report. I am your anchor, Cedric Britton. And today we will be talking about FL Studio 9, one of the hottest products ever to hit the market. Fruity Loops, better known now as FL Studio, is one of the most utilized music production packages ever to hit the market for both beginners and professionals alike. It started out as just a simple 4-channel MIDI drum machine. It was very simple, but it was very limited to what it could do. Ditter Dambrin became chief software architect of Fruity Loops and quickly transformed FL Studios into a digital audio workstation. Since the late 90s, FL Studios had 10 major updates to make the program run smoother and easier and to use with added plugins and effects. The new FL Studio can be simple or as complex as you need to be. You can customize your workstation to suit your needs and make workflow much easier. FL Studio is more hands-on than ever, making learning on the fly way easy. Now you have more channels and you can use MIDI and instrument audios or a combination of both to make your music as dynamic as you want. You can use FL Studio to edit your audio clips without disturbing tempo or pitch. FL Studio has certainly come far from Fruity Loops. Plugins, and more plugins. FL Studio has more third-party plugins than ever for more versatile and flexibility. FL Studio even has an Edison editor for easy editing. And here is one of the many digital MIDI interfaces that are graphically accurate and can be used with common MIDI devices and hardware controllers. FL Studios, one of the newest and the best products out here on the market. This product is sure to be a hit for the future. It's constantly getting better and better. This is a Section 22 News Group 1 project. Hope you enjoyed.
There are a lot of different softwares that people use, and most of the time picking which software you want to use depends on the producer or engineer and what they're comfortable with doing. Pro Tools, for one, is very expensive for a lot of people who are still on a tight budget, and though it's expensive, it's still very easy to use. It's not like other programs that are more so complex and troubling. Pro Tools is basically the ultimate for recording and handling audio. It's close to being one of the all-around packages. Another good program is called Logic Pro. It's very good to use. It has high performance, and it's sort of hard to use, but once you figure everything out and you get yourself comfortable using it, it's very good to work with. It's one of the most complete recording packages. Cubase is also another good software, and it's really good when it comes to loops. It's highly recommended for a younger generation because it's very easy to use and it's straightforward, just like Pro Tools. Cubase is also upgrading its system, the same as Logic Pro. Cubase is one of the innovator in native multi-track recording. It's really good on both the Mac and the PC. In order to stay ahead of the game, we could combine all the greatest softwares into one easy-to-use software of its own. A few years ago, Open Labs introduced a companion to the Timbaland Special Edition Miko. It's called the Timbaland Special Edition Miko. It's an all-in-one production studio powered by Windows XP and is capable of running virtually any Windows XP compatible software, including a variety of softwares, virtual instruments, and virtual effects.
Hey guys, my name is Matt. I'll be focusing on CGIs, or computer-generated images, and how they help the film industry. CGIs are great for a lot of different reasons. First, they can produce a lot of different kinds of images, anything from non-realistic to realistic images. Computer-generated images are said to help increase the emotions drawn in films. The first time CGIs were used was in 1973 for the film Westworld. From there, CGIs only continued to grow and grow. In 1977, Star Wars used 3D wide-frame graphics. In 1985, Disney's The Black Cauldron contains computer-generated objects. 1993, Jurassic Park presented CG creatures that looked real. And in 2004, the Polar Express entire cast was digitally motion captured. CGI is clearly very important to film. It works hand in hand with animators to create the films to see what we see today. Computer-generated images are clearly something that is looked at in film all the time. Without computer-generated images, we wouldn't be able to see many of the things that we see in films today.